Audius is a music streaming platform. It's based on Ethereum and Solana blockchains, and apparently they are partnering with TikTok on a video sharing on the video sharing app's new TikTok Sounds library. So if you've used TikTok, it's kind of cumbersome to get new music in there. It's a really kind of difficult process. You either have to record original sound from like your speaker and you stick up your phone and record it, or you choose from their existing library. And so they've just partnered with Audius, and it's this decentralized music sharing platform. Apparently they have over 100,000 musicians on there currently. And because through this partnership, it's just going to really help streamline the process of getting new music on TikTok. I thought this was super interesting, simply from the fact that, you know, Audius, it's not like we think of blockchain technologies and musicians and artists, and we kind of think, okay, this is like a revenue share situation. This is a way for royalties to be passed on, the same as in the NFT world and all that. That's not actually how it works. Audius is more about exposure and sharing that music and providing a platform for musicians to be seen, get more ears on their projects. And so the fact that TikTok, they apparently did some research and found that 75% of its US users find new artists via TikTok videos. That's how they're discovering new music. So the fact that now we have these independent artists from Audius and this decentralized app combining with TikTok, it's just a very interesting turn of events where, you know, generally have these centralized tech companies, right, that are the gatekeepers for a lot of these artistic worlds. Here, they're actually providing a gateway so that these people can get bigger audiences and help them. You know, it's this decentralization aspect that is helping break down barriers to entry. So I thought this was a super interesting story. Jen, I'm going to throw this straight to you for your thoughts on this. Are we going to see more and more of this decentralized meets big tech partnerships that really does help artists get exposure and helps them grow?
Well, I think Audius's mission statement has become very clear. They want to get as many creators they can as possible exposed to Web3. And we've seen a few projects come out that are very clever. We talk about, you know, kind of over-explaining the technology and what's going on behind the scenes and it becoming a barrier for a lot of these creators. And I think what Audius is doing is so cool. So we saw them launch the Solana Creator Fund, where they're incentivizing artists to come over and get exposed to Web3, and there's a monetary benefit for the artists. And now they're the first music streaming service to allow artists to upload their music directly to TikTok. And that's huge. Like you said, Naomi, so many artists are being discovered on TikTok. When I listen to the radio, I just feel like I'm listening to my TikTok play over and over again. I don't know if anyone has ever fallen asleep with their TikTok just scrolling. That's what the radio sounds like these days. And so it's really cool that now artists are going to be able to use this decentralized platform, upload their music onto TikTok, and Audius is just really achieving their goals. I just kudos to their team that's working on that. Zach, take it away.
On the market side, we had a nice little piece from my colleague Muyao Shen this morning, noting that the audio token, the governance token of the Audius platform, has pumped significantly on this news, doubling in price since this news came out yesterday, which I think sort of speaks to this market dynamic that we're currently in, where there's a lot of excitement around some new things. You know, whether or not this partnership changes the game for independent artists will be determined, but certainly holders of the audio token are reaping the benefits just from this splashy headline that was announced yesterday. So interesting to see how those crypto markets always work. And here we are again. But I'll toss it up to you, Will. What do you got?
No, I love that you preface that, because that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. You have TikTok, which is a household name. Like, remember 6-8 months ago when the Trump administration was trying to crack down on TikTok? Like, that's the same company we're talking about now. And now they're working with Audius Network, which was, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, no-name Ethereum company working on providing blockchain-based infrastructure for music. And now it's going mainstream. Like, it's part of TikTok. I don't think that can be emphasized enough. It's also interesting to note that you have a governance token being part of that network, being a part of the TikTok brand, being a part of like that whole conglomerate itself. Governance tokens don't fall under any regulatory like methods or theories that we have out there right now, or at least they're still trying to figure out how that works. And yet you have that governance token reacting and responding to this news that is working with a major brand like TikTok. So it's just wild to see all these different threads come together at the same point with a business deal like this. And I don't think it can be overstated enough how important that's where these things are going, where you can get exposure to a major brand like TikTok through a governance token that you can buy on any digital app on your phone. It's just wild to see that kind of playing out. Zach, I want to throw it back to you, though.
I think it really harkens back to the conversation we were just having about Twitter and Blue Sky, this sort of embrace of decentralization, or in some respects, an escape to decentralization. I think it's something that we're going to see a lot of from big tech players going forward. If there's ways to, as Naomi put it, sort of remove that company from the focal point of regulatory scrutiny, I think that companies are starting to think in those terms, whether you're a decentralized finance application or whether you're just a big tech platform. So this may be a very early bellwether of future collaborations where these tech companies seek to minimize their influence by sort of siphoning things off to decentralized platforms. And I think this might be one of the first ones that we're seeing in that respect. So yeah, definitely really interesting to watch. And I'm really curious to see what these user numbers look like, how many uploads are sent through TikTok, and if these artists are able to monetize those relationships further. So super interesting. And I think Audius is definitely becoming a bigger and bigger player in the world of D3, in the world of Web3, in terms of just getting users on board to something that when you use it, doesn't feel clunky and like a crypto thing. It just feels like a cool, sleek music site. So very interesting to see that they were able to secure this. We noted in the article yesterday, my colleague Cheyenne was able to get on the record that they leveraged some previous friendships with some folks at TikTok to make this happen, and it has paid off for them in a big way in the short term and potentially in the long term. So we'll see.